Hi folks, Steve Jobs here, and today we're going to replace this spare tire on my daughter's Pontiac G6 with this new tire we purchased from Walmart. So let's head to the trunk and get our tools. So I want to show you how you would change your tire if you were stuck on the side of the road. So we're going to use the same equipment that came with your Pontiac G6. So, and the jack. As always, refer to your owner's manual for specific details related to your specific vehicle, and remember to take safety seriously. First step, place a brick or a block of wood in front of the rear tire so it will not roll forward while you're changing it. Next, use your lug wrench to loosen the lug nuts before jacking the vehicle up. That way the wheel will not spin as you loosen the lug nuts. With all the lug nuts loosened, now we will put the jack under the vehicle to jack the vehicle up. Set that aside. Obviously we're going to have to lower this. Alright, let's check that. Place the edge in the groove of your jack and wind it up by hand to make sure that they match. Unfortunately, using my preferred lug wrench will not work, as soon as I go to turn it, I'm hitting the ground. So I'll use the one supplied by Pontiac. Now we can remove the lug nuts. All right, we'll make sure when we put the tire on that we have it jacked up far enough, because obviously the profile of the donut is much smaller than the profile on the replacement tire. And it looks like we got some ways to go. All right, we're gonna stop right there. And now we're gonna thread the lug nuts on by hand. I'm gonna tighten them up a little bit with my lug wrench before I drop it on the ground and remove the jack. Notice I'm doing some of the tightening in a star pattern, and in a few minutes I'll show you how I use a torque wrench to set these to the proper torque value. Now that the lug nuts are snug, I'm going to lower the vehicle and remove the jack. Cue the time-lapse music. Now that we have the lug nuts on, we need to tighten them up. If I was doing this on the side of the road, I would just make it as tight as possible, but since I am at home, I do want to set these lug nuts to the correct torque. Our friend Google helped us find the owner manual for this 2008 G6. The lug nut specification is 100 foot-pounds. So I have my torque wrench and my 19mm socket. I'll set this to 100, and then let's torque these lug nuts on. With our torque wrench set to 100 foot-pounds, we'll go ahead and torque on the lug nuts in a star pattern. With our lug nuts torqued down, it's now time to apply our decorative hubcap with our decorative lug nuts as well. And you'll want to remember that this space, this cutout right here, is where the tire inflation valve goes. might able to. There we go. Now, we'll tighten these up. I'll use the lug wrench. These do not have to be super tight, because these are just made of plastic and are just for decorative use only. I still do them in the star pattern because that's what I'm just used to doing. And that is how you change a tire on a Pontiac G6. Thanks for joining us. Hope you learned something today. But wait, before you go, we have a lot more Steve Jobs planned to release this month. So I hope you'll enjoy watching those as well. My job is over. It's time for you to get back to yours.